weekend, my good friend and fellow rebel Holly Nicholas and I went on a little road trip with the Albertans Against the NDP to beautiful Grande Prairie, Alberta. Well, it wasn't that little of a road trip. It was like 10 hours round trip for me and 16 for poor Holly, but it was really worth it to join these warm, passionate people on their grassroots quest to send the NDP a message. Like all of their rallies, Albertans Against the NDP feeds you. This time was no different, but they also decided to feed more than just the rally goers. They asked for donations to the food bank by those of us in attendance. At the end of it all, I saw a truck box full of food brought by other Albertans, some of them even struggling themselves, just trying to take the pressure off our already strained food banks. It was a chilly day. I spent part of the day in a blanket, but still a few hundred people braved the cold to come down and send a message to the government that they don't feel like they're being listened to. This really is my favorite part of my new job. I love talking to other Albertans who love this province as much as I do. I spoke to Sarah May. She's originally from BC. She came here for opportunity after she saw her home province suffering under the NDP government. Here.
I recognize very early on that the devastation that an NDP government can do destroys anything they have their sight on. I was in British Columbia, experienced the social government, saw the demise of my forestry, the fishing industry. It was gone. Our canneries were just gone, done, and we had no money, and that's how I remember the NDP. My family coming home and fighting about bills. Me as a child remembering that, and it's trauma that comes forward. That's how I remember the NDP.
Sarah was so passionate. Truthfully, she and I had to hug it out a little bit afterwards. I met Kevin Fisher. He's a local and he loves Grande Prairie, and he's worried about the lack of action the NDP is taking to save our jobs. Listen.
Albertans need a voice to stand up against the current NDP government. They're doing nothing for Albertans right now, and it's not necessarily that they're doing anything. It's just fact they're doing nothing. They're giving Albertans nothing to work with.
Finally, I got to meet Julie Anderson. She's the force helping to organize these rallies both in Grande Prairie and across the province. And her message was, get our guys back to work. Listen.
I'm really concerned about what's going on with Alberta's NDP and the direction of our province. I just feel like they could be doing a lot more for us, incentives and whatnot to help get our guys back to work. I mean, we're all here today because nobody had to go to work. So let's get everybody back to work.
Now, if you thought Julie Anderson was great, wait till you meet her husband, Ian. He gave such great, honest answers that he caught me off guard a little bit. Listen.
If you could say one thing to Rachel Notley, what would you say?
Quit. I mean, it sounds kind of foolish, but really quit. Quit the back talk. Quit putting us down. Quit taking our jobs away. Quit feeding us BS.
God, he was great. Then we met Dylan Thompson. He's the local Libertarian candidate in Grande Prairie. But he wasn't there campaigning. He was there to show support for his hometown. It's great to see young people getting involved in the process. Dylan has a message, though, for Premier Notley. Here.
Stop going after property rights. All the laws and positions you're going toward are inherently against private property.
Now, thanks again to Lauren Murfitt, Julie Franz, and John Satink, and all the organizers for having us out. They're kind, salt-of-the-earth people. And a huge special thanks to my friend Justin Tidd and his two little cutie pie daughters from Savage Oilfield for sharing their warm shop with all of us. See you all at the next rally. I can't wait to talk to all of you. For TheRebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid.
Ow! We're building a studio. Help us out. Click here or visit BuildTheDream.ca.